Let's sweep the arms up, palms together overhead. Take a side stretch right and left. And come to upright. Let's arch up and back. And come to upright. Let's release the arms down. We'll roll down, vertically down, like a Pilates spinal articulation movement. Take a deep breath in at the bottom. Breathe out through your mouth 3 times. Then slowly rolling up. Sweep the arms up together. And then once again, side bend right and left. Let's do that whole sequence a couple more times through. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale, arching up and back, exhale. Come to upright. Release the arms, chin down, tucking the ribs in, engaging the core, softening the knees as much as necessary. Deep breath in at the bottom, breathing out, out, out for 3, 2, 1. Slowly up, inhaling. Good, sweeping the arms up, side right on your exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arching up and back, exhale. And come to upright. Good, rolling down, chin to chest. Deep breath in, and breathing out, out, out. 3, 2, 1. Instead of rolling back up, let's do halfway lift, extending the chest forwards, lengthening through the crown, and forward fold. Exhale now. Let's come to our lizard lunge, stepping the left leg back, turning the right toes out. Press firmly down with that left arm, turn to look over the right shoulder. So you're welcome to stay here in this shape, or you want to just shift your weight slightly forwards more over that, above the left patella. We're going to bend and flex that back leg. Pull the heel to seat. We'll do that 10 times. 1, point the toes down. Squeeze 2, 3, it's an inhale, squeeze 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's take hold of that back foot, or not, you could just leave it flexed up there. Once you've got hold of the foot, you can hold it nice and still, a nice deep stretch here, or we'll pull that in and out. Let's do that 10 times. So squeeze heel to seat, 1. It may only go a little bit. 2, 3. Make sure to draw the navel to the spine. 4, and hold that rolling arm shoulder, holding arm shoulder back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Let's pop that back leg down. Turn to the front. You've either got your arms straight here, palms firmly pressing down, or coming down to your forearms. Let's tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, press the heel away, hold it nice and steady. Remember to keep your head up in line with the spine, but you can drop the seat and the groins down. So it's head up, groins down. There we go. Let's take our downward facing dog. As soon as you've got your downward facing dog, let's walk the dog. As you walk your dog, walk your feet in towards the midline. Inner parts of the feet may brush against each other as you open up the toes. Really bend your knees deeply so you can wriggle deep into the hips, the side waist. Wonderful. We've really warmed up the ankles, knees, calves. Let's walk the feet out to the little toe till the little toe reaches the edges of your mat. Just inch by inch, step by step. right to the edges of your mat. Good, and then hold your wide leg dog pose, hold it here. Walk your hands back. Let's sit back in Malasana squatting pose. So you may need to turn the toes out a little bit more, turn the knees out, whatever you need to make it comfortable. Settling nice and low and deep, heads up, chest up, shoulders drawing back and down. There we go. Wonderful. Let's make our way into our downward facing dog once again. We're doing all the mobility this morning, so shrugging the shoulders. That's it, slide the shoulders up to the ears and down. 3, 4, 5, do 3 more, 6, 7, 8, do 2 more, why not? 9 and 10. Let's come forwards into high plank. We'll have only 5 of those. Come forwards, 1, inhale, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was 5, that will do. Let's pop the knees down, chest down, or slowly take your chaturanga, your choice. And we'll have some cobras, we'll have 5 of those. So wriggling the legs in nice and close, lengthening the lumbar before we go. Shoulders back and down, pressing up into the space. Good. Front ribs and shoulders, main priority, lengthening the chest forwards as you come up. There we go. We'll hold this 5th one at the top. Good. So sitting back on our heels for camel rides. We've got the hands on the thighs, keep those nice and still so we don't build up static. Then we're tilting the pelvis backwards and forwards. Imagine that you've got a light stack of blocks on the crown of your head and really isolate in the core, hips and lower back. And of course it's only cat-cow, so if you'd rather not be on your knees or ankles, you're welcome to do a cat-cow in tabletop instead. That's it. There we go, just a few more times now. Really releasing the hips and shoulders. And we'll come up into our first camel. So let's take the hands to the back waist, shoulders up, back and down, elbows in. Inhale, come to vertical. And start your exhale, pelvic floor, navel and ribs engaging, arching up and back. Let's hold this nice and steady. Remember to always think of going up and over the heart space. We squeeze the elbows in, shoulders in to help support the column of the neck. Really good job. Let's have our downward facing dog. And take a few moments settling into the breath. There we go. Make your way to the top of the mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Feet together, palms inhaling. Arching up and back, exhale. Come to upright, hands to heart. Take a full breath and release, release. There we go. So let's start from the top, palms together overhead, inhaling. Side right and left. Arching up and back. We'll come to upright. Rolling down, chin to chest. Make sure to soften, release, relax your shoulders. Let your elbows, your wrists, the palms of your hands be soft. The chin softening in towards the throat. Deep breath in. Breathing out, out, out. Slowly roll yourself up. That's it. Lengthening shoulders back, chest wide, arms up when you're ready. Side right and left, exhaling. Arching up and back, exhaling. And come to upright. Rolling down when you're ready. And deep breath in. And out, out, out. Slowly up. Wonderful. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Side right and left, exhale. Arching up and back. Good, rolling down last time now. Deep breath in and out, out, out. Halfway lift, inhaling. And forward fold, exhale. Good. So let's move into our lizard lunge sequence. You've got your left toes forward and turned out, externally rotating. And as we settle into the shape, we want to take our weight forwards just above the patella, which is good practice anyway. Ready for your knee bends? All set. Squeeze 10. 1, 2, 3, 5. Really opening up the soles of the feet and toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can hold that heel towards the seat like that, or reach around with that left hand taking hold. Once you've got your comfortable hold and twist and opening the chest, again you can choose whether to stay there. It might be quite strong enough, mightn't it? Otherwise we'll just deepen that by pulling the heel in a little bit. Or squeeze, 1 of 10, and squeeze. Inhale as you squeeze. Really well done. Release, release that back foot. Turn your torso to the front. Either arms straight, pressing the arms, hands firmly down, or coming down to your forearms. Good. Curling the back toes under. And we're dropping the groins, but lifting the chest forwards. Nice long, deep breaths here. Really good job. Let's have our downward facing dog. As soon as we hit our downward dog, we start to pedal the feet. So from hip width, we'll take the feet towards each other, deeply bending the knees. Nice big swish and sway through the hips, encouraging the stretch down the sides of the body, outer hips, outer thighs. Just really opening up your toes, warming the arches, the heels, the calves. And we'll start to walk the feet out towards the edges of the mat, inch by inch, step by step, no rush at all. Good, almost there, almost there. Once you get to the outer edges of your mat, let's walk the heels towards the mat or right down if they'll go. So you're in a sort of a wide leg downward dog pose. Really deepen the breath here now. There we go. We'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Come to sitting in our Malasana now for a deeper hip and groin stretch. There we From here, let's make our way to our downward facing dog, and we've got shoulder shrugs, of which there were 10. So organising the feet hip width, pressing the arms firmly, shoulders wide, off we go, slide. 1, 2, you want to keep the elbows locked solid, and just really slide the scapulars up and down the back ribs. 7, 8, 9, and 10. If that's your 10, you've got your hard dog to high planks of 5, exhaling, 1. Really draw the pubic bone towards the navel as you come forwards and firmly engage the front ribs back into the abdomen. So you come into a nice strong corseted core position in your plank. It's all done by the time you get there. It's no struggle. Good. If this is your 5th one, you can hold it there, breath or 2. And slowly making your way down. Organising yourself for your cobra poses. If that's your 5, hold it there. We're sitting back on our heels now for camel rides. All set, so this or cat-cow, whichever you prefer really. That's it. So quite a few more, and it's quite easy to do the hip bit. I think the pelvis rolling backward and forwards, but really do try to bring what we call the side chest forwards, really opening up the armpits, shoulders sliding back and down. So establishing good upper back posture, really establishing the connection of the trapezius and the rhomboids back towards the mid spine, squeezing in. That's it. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hop up for our camel pose now. Sweep the arms behind. Inhale when you're ready, thighs to vertical. Good. Make the arms really strong, the shoulders really strong before you go back. So establishing that firm shelf, muscular and bony shelf. That's it, really nice. Squeezing the elbows in, shoulders in, lifting your heart up and sort of rolling your head off the end of your neck, lifting your chin up. Really good. Downward facing dog. That's definitely been an effective warm-up. I feel quite warm. Lovely. So we'll take a few moments just to settle back and reconnect into the breath. Perfection. Let's make our way to the top of the mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Feet together, palms inhaling. Arching up and back. Exhale. You come to upright. Hands to heart. And take a full breath. And release, release. Okay, so let's do dancer's pose, standing bow. We're going to take hold of the left foot. Good. So you can choose whether you're holding with one hand or both. One or both. Good. Let's do our best. Tuck the bottom under. Firm that standing leg, lifting the chest. Go on, opening wide. See if you can get a little bend in your elbows. More of a bend you can get in your elbows, perhaps the more you can pull that heel in towards you. Let's have a little explore, see how far forwards we can go with the hold that we've got. So you find your comfortable edge. And as you get to your comfortable edge, check in with yourself. Are you pulling your front ribs in? Are you engaging navel to spine? Are you breathing wide into the chest, into the side chest, into the armpits? You can step back into warrior one, sweep the arms up in parallel. Hands to the ground for three-leg dog, and that right knee goes up and back. We've got knee circles. Good. So as soon as you get your dog pose and that right knee up, squeezing heel to seat, let's circle the knee round internally. 8, 7, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're ready externally. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's come forwards into our pigeon pose. Walk the hands back. There we go. So from here we're going to bend and flex that back leg, which is always optional. You're welcome to stay right here. You could just take hold of it, couldn't you, if you think you'd rather. Otherwise, let's go for the movement, the dynamic inhale and exhale down. Heel to seat, just like we did at the beginning with the lizard. Squeeze 4 of 10. Inhaling, exhaling. 6, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll reach around, opposite hand to foot, come down to the front forearm. We'll really turn the chest, ribs, chest, opening the chest to the right hand side. Rock that right shoulder back and down. Once again, let's see if we can pull that heel in and out. We've got 10 of those in us. Squeeze heel to seat, inhaling. Inhale, really make space. Last 4, I believe. Two more, 2. And 1 more, hold it nice and steady. We're going to swing this left leg around and come straight into our shoelace and twist towards it. There we go. Let's have our downward facing dog from here now. Just taking a moment in the pose, feeling the quality of the left leg compared to the right. Did a lot of work there. And hopefully we can feel the benefits. That left leg feels longer, more open, warmer, more supple. Come forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. We've got Cobras 5, exhaling when you're ready on the 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. Let's hop up to downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Organising feet together, palms together, either rolling up or coming up through extension, your choice. Arching up and back. To upright. Hands to heart. Take the breath. And release, release. Really good. All right, so second side. This time, of course, we'll take hold of the right ankle in our standing bow pose. We had a little exploration of going forward. So remember the trick of opening up the standing toes that arch the heel, making a little energy circle. Little energy circle, rooting down. And as you get ready to pick up that right leg, you gather your core, pelvic floor up. That's it, navel to the spine and the front ribs down. And this is your engine room, and you hold and organize your pose from here. There we go. So one hand or both, or even just might be fun to hold with the opposite hand, but just something, either what you normally do or something different. Once you've got your hold, make sure to really open up the chest without flaring the ribs. And then we'll take our forward fold without flaring the ribs. So really just over the thigh creases, finding the breath, and hold it here. Big step back, warrior 1, arms in parallel, well done. Good, we inhale the arms up, exhale, sitting low and deep, engaging the upper abdominals as we make our way into the shape. Big stretch up and back. We've got hands to the ground, 3-leg dog. As soon as you get that leg up there, we've got the knee bent in preparation for the circles. So no rush though. Get yourself rooted in the palms, high up in that top leg knee. Off we go, internally rotating when you're ready. 1 of 8. 2, really encourage a full breath as you go around. Or when that feels like your 8, change directions. Six, 7, and 8. Pigeon pose for us all. So choosing how you want to work with your pigeon, you might want to just stay quite steady up here or even take a forward fold. If you're happy with the knee bend though, bring that leg towards the midline. We inhale, flex, heel to seat. 1 of 10, off we go. Squeeze, 2, 3. Good. If that feels like about 10, we'll take a hold, reach around. Wonderful. Come to the forearm if that's available. Good. So really turn, really roll that shoulder back, and we pull the heel to seat another 10 times, didn't we? So squeeze, inhaling 1. Good. That inhale gives you space and ease. This might be 8, 9, and we can hold this tense 1 breath or 2 or 3 or even 4. Let's swing this back leg around then into our shoelace twist to that incoming right leg. Really good job, well done. Let's have our downward facing dog from here now. Big stretch up and back. Open up the fingers and the toes, scoop up through the core. And let's come forwards into our high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Organising legs and lumbar, shoulders, front ribs for your cobras. 5. Nice, really well done. I can see you opening up nicely there. 2, 3, 4. If this feels like your 5th one, hold it here at the top. We'll take our downward facing dog now. Make your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Feet and palms. So either coming up through extension or rolling up as you prefer. Front ribs down, shoulders down, rooting firmly through the legs, hips, thighs. Come to upright. Hands to heart. And take the breath. And release, release. Fantastic. So let's finish up with a big set of windmills. We'll take the feet out nice and wide. So with the windmills, we want to have the toes turned in so you can really anchor yourself and control the movement. Stretch the arms out nice and wide, so you're making a sort of a star shape. Open up the fingers and the palms. We'll have a big set of 26. So as we fold down, opposite hand to foot, remember to look back towards that knee so the back of your neck stays nice and long. A nice rotation in this upper shoulder. Inhale back up. So these first couple nice and slow. Well, we'll just get a measure of ourselves. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. So we'll pick up the pace just a little bit. So this is 5, 6. If you find yourself getting dizzy, feel free to close your eyes. For some reason it helps. 7, or slow the movement down. 8, 9, or the options. You could just stay in a wide leg forward fold, couldn't you? Think, oh, I don't fancy those much, Dawn. I'll have a wide leg forward fold until you're finished, which won't be long because we're already at the halfway mark. I'm going to say 22, 23, 24, and 25. If you've got more to do, 26, you finish up your set. Oh, wonderful. Downward facing dog, off we go. Let's take this a few moments in our dog pose, just to reconnect with the breath. I say reconnect, hopefully if we were moving on the breath, we haven't lost that connection. We've just elevated the heart rate a little bit, generated a bit of perspiration. Coming forwards into your high plank and hold. We're going to have our gate pose sequence now. Pop your left knee down. Make sure to swing the foot in line behind that knee, right leg out to the side. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lovely. Make sure that we don't sit that left hip out to the side. Squeeze it in underneath you. Lift up in the core. Elbow to knee, let's go. Let's do 16 of these. 2. We want to make sure that we don't stick the chin out. Tuck the chin softly in, softening the jaw into the throat. So that's about 8. Let's have 8 more. See what happens after 8 more. Last 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a quad stretch here. So pop that left hand down, taking hold of that right ankle. So we've done plenty of quad stretches, so this should feel really, really nice. Good. Downward facing dog from here. You can really feel the openness of that right side waist, that right leg feeling nice and long. Coming forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Arching up and back. Let's have one cobra or an up dog. We'll hold it steady here. And I say we'll have the one. If you like to have your 5, feel free. We'll be here long enough for that to happen. There we go. So from here we'll do puppy pose. So pop the knees down if they were up. Stretch the arms forwards, shoulders nice and wide. Scooping up through the core, and we'll set the chest towards the ground and either chin or forehead down. Good. Ease your way slowly back up through to your dog pose. And we'll take twist taps. So remembering to keep your gaze directly between the ankles, and off we go. Tap, we're doing 16s, right to left, 2, 3, 4, really reach around, 5, 6, keep going, 7, 8, breathe out, 9, well done, squeeze, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that will do your 16. Nice one. Let's make our way to the top of the mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, stepping your right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Feet together, palms inhaling. Arching up and back, exhale. Come to upright. Woo, hands to heart. And take a full breath. And release, release. Okay, so second set of windmills. Legs out nice and wide, toes in, heels out. So hopefully we've got the muscle memory, we can jump straight in. Here we go. Exhale, 1, 2. So remembering your choices, you can always close your eyes or just hold a forward fold if you'd rather. I'm going to call this 7. Keep going, nice one. 11, 12, 13, 14, nice job, nice pace. 15, halfway-ish. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and when you've done your 26, you've got your downward facing dog. Good, settling into the breath, shoulders wide. Come forwards into your high plank and hold. Gate pose sequence now on the right hand side. Pop the right knee down, swing the foot behind it. Left leg out to the side, interlacing your fingers. And we're on big numbers. We've got 16. Elbow to knee, let's go. That's it. Gathering the core as you go over. Make sure to softly retract your jaw towards your throat, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. I'll say about 8, 9, good, no rush really. If that's your 16, you're going to take hold of that left ankle for your Partridge pose variation. Kneeling side bend or kneeling quad stretch. Side bend, back bend, and quad stretch. Wonderful. See if you can push the standing arm down. That's it, turning the ribs, chest. Pressing the standing leg knee. Really good job, well done. Let's take a downward facing dog. Coming forwards into high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Then one cobra or one up dog, or your last 5 if you rather. Puppy pose from here, knees down if they were up, hips back, stretch the arms forwards, and before you take the chest down, roll the shoulders wide away from the ears, internally rotate the upper arms, chest forwards, navel to the spine, ribs tucking in, so you make the space and the support before you go into the back bend. Here we go, downward facing dog from here now. Making your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Feet together, palms rolling up or coming up through extension. Arching up and back, exhale. And come to upright, hands to heart. And take a full breath. And release, release. Well done. So right on time for Shavasana. Come to lying on your back, hug knees to chest. You can draw those in and out at least 5 times, or indeed you can take happy baby pose if you'd rather. Just a few long deep breaths to settle the lumbar, expand into the back ribs, relaxing the shoulder. It's really just coming into this new position. Very good. All right, so organize yourself for your Shavasana from here. Take any comforts that you like. Pillows, blankets, socks. Good. And choosing your leg position, either extending the legs away from you or bend the knees and rest them against each other. Good. So just taking another long deep breath, inhaling wide and full and sighing the breath out. Deep breath in. Expanding wide and full and sighing the breath out. Good. So take your awareness down to your feet now, releasing, relaxing all the muscles of your feet, specifically your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, your fifth toe. Relax the balls of your feet, your arches, your heels, the tops of your feet and your ankles. Releasing, relaxing and letting go. Relax your shins now, your calves. Relax your knees, your thighs, your hips. Relax your abdomen, your rib cage, your armpits. Relax the whole of each arm, the palms of your hands and each of your fingers. Relaxing your neck and shoulders, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead and your scalp.